Welcome to Courtside, everyone, a discussion of the post-election litigation. It is day 26 after the election. Welcome if you're a new viewer, hopefully sent by Questlove. Thanks, man. On my Instagram, I've got about 20 episodes so far, and what I try and do is wrap up what's happened in a few minutes every day. Well, today is Sunday, which means yet another Sunday that Joe Biden is the president-elect. And since we last talked, there's been one big development. Trump lost, yet another case in Pennsylvania. You might remember that last week, a lawsuit tried to throw out 2.5 million mail-in ballots. Anyway, a Pennsylvania judge in that case had ordered a halt, saying that Pennsylvania couldn't take any further steps to certify the election. Now, as you might recall, I came to you and said, this doesn't matter one bit because Pennsylvania's already certified the election. And so it sounded bogus. And lo and behold, yesterday, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court threw it out late at night. And it said that the plaintiffs had months to challenge the rules, but they acted with total delay and they waited to sue until well after Trump lost. They call this behavior, quote, a complete failure to act with due diligence commencing their facial constitutional challenge. A complete failure. Which means that Donald Trump's count now is 1 out of 40 cases. Yes, he's won one case, and that one case was totally irrelevant. There is no legal precedent for a bigger loser. So congratulations, Donald Trump. You finally won something. You are the biggest loser of all time. I mean, I tried to scour the law books for any precedent. The closest I could find wasn't even in law, and it was over a century ago. In 1916, Georgia Tech beat the Cumberland football team with a score of 222-0. Mr. Trump, you're well on your way. In other news, Wisconsin has completed its recount. Remember, that's the thing that Trump had ordered done only for the minority counties, hoping to pick up some votes there, but actually it resulted in a net gain of votes for Joe Biden. And so Wisconsin will certify the results at 3:30 tomorrow. And Arizona will certify their results at 11 a.m. tomorrow. These certifications are very significant because it nixes Trump's bogus strategy of trying to get legislatures in these states to throw out the count and appoint their own delegates. The Federal Electoral Count Act will privilege these state certifications, so even if the state legislatures tried to do something, it wouldn't matter. And if you're asking, why did Donald Trump throw such a temper tantrum today on TV in the morning? This is why. And it's amazing that he threw a temper tantrum because he was being interviewed on Fox News. And it's worth you listening because it truly does sound like a North Korean television interview. I mean, it could have just begun with, Mr. Great Leader, tell us exactly by how many millions of votes you won the election and how your opponent cheated. That was basically the tenor of the questioning. But nonetheless, you still had Donald Trump giving us nuggets like this. We're not allowed to put on our proof. They say you don't have standing. You mean as President of the United States, I don't have standing? What kind of court system is this? Well, and that's a direct quote from him. So first of all, Mr. President, no, you're not. So you're supposed to put the proof in the complaint, not on TV. That's the job, of a lawyer. It's not like, as Sarah Cooper says, oh, the evidence is only for you. Save it for later. So that's the first thing. The second thing, standing is the concept of who can sue. It's a legal concept. And no, you don't get some kind of special privilege as president, and access to the courts. I mean, what kind of system would that mean? Your opponent, Biden, doesn't have standing because he's not the president, but you do? So challengers don't, incumbents do? What an insane proposition. And anyway, it's not hard to show standing. All you have to show is a bare legal claim. And here, federal judges have repeatedly told Trump, look, your claims are bogus and they wouldn't make a difference anyway, even if they were true, because you lost the election by too much. No answer to that. And that's why this thing is way over. And tonight, I want to close by saying a word about the judges, both in Pennsylvania, the federal judges and the state judges in Pennsylvania, because this is a really difficult job and the eyes of the world on them. Look, the legal issues in these cases aren't close. They're total slam dunks. But still, when you have the world's most powerful man insinuating all sorts of garbage, it can be tough. So cheers to them tonight for helping safeguard what this country is all about. See you tomorrow.